The water crisis in Darfur continues to deepen every day. But the drought in North Africa is not the primary reason. The primary cause is the ever-present conflict, which has made it impossible for villagers to maintain the earthen dams and lakes that have been the major source of water for hundreds of years. Now the rains come, the water runs through the wadis or dry river beds around the villages, and it is absorbed quickly into the ground. Without the supply of surface water, except for a short 2-month rainy season, villagers are totally dependent on hand-pumped wells. But most villages in Darfur do not even have a well. On the average, each water well serves about 4 villages. If the pump at one of these wells breaks down, all the people in this area are at risk. Take a look, for example, at the village of Mosul in Northern Darfur. Thirst No More repaired a well here that had been broken for 6 months. The pump is located right in the middle of one of these wadis near the village. The wadis are full of water during the rainy season, but completely dry the rest of the year. Another village, less than a mile away, also uses this well. A little further east is an even more striking example of how many villages are dependent on a single source of water. When the Thirst No More well repair team arrived in the Koshini area this year, one of 2 wells serving about a dozen villages was broken. Notice the distances the people have to travel. Some of these villages are 8 or 9 miles away from the water supply. This year, Thirst No More has repaired over 30 broken wells for people in Northern Darfur. Villagers no longer need to spend hours away from home risking death and injury while seeking water. Thirst No More has also been officially recognized by the Sudanese government as a non-governmental organization, or an NGO, whose primary mission is to provide water resources in Darfur. Permits are now being obtained that will allow Thirst No More to ship this diesel drilling rig to Darfur, which will provide 1 new water well for a village in Darfur each week. It is important to have water near the village because traveling for water is a dangerous business. It's a job done almost exclusively by women. When a woman leaves the safety of her village, she becomes an easy target for gender violence. She may be brutally raped and mutilated by roving desert militias. If she survives this attack, the injuries she suffers may cause her to be a permanently disabled outcast, and her family will be crippled by her absence. It's hard to imagine the desperation of these mothers who must send their young children 5 or 10 miles across the desert on a donkey loaded with 5-gallon water bottles. Stakes for the women who travel for water are so high that families, in order to survive, must choose to put their own children in the crosshairs of violence. It's no surprise that people in Darfur feel they have been forgotten and abandoned. Thirst No More is making a difference in the lives of people in Darfur, 1 drop, 1 well, and 1 life at a time. Dollars donated to Thirst No More spelled immediate relief for a desperate land. Most of the world chooses to ignore the plight of Darfur. Thirst No More cannot. Join us today to save the people of Darfur.